I'm Helen Davis, an employee of the DeWitt District Library, and I am currently reading A Dublin Student Doctor by Patrick Taylor. Taylor has written a series of books about two doctors, O'Reilly and Laverty, who have a practice in rural Ireland during the 60s. He has also written books that detail the previous life of his fictional characters. This one is the story of the medical training of Dr. Fingal O'Reilly in the 1930s in Dublin Hospital. Fingal's father was an eminent college professor, and he actually looked down on the medical profession as a career and hoped that his brilliant son would become an academic. So he refused to pay for Fingal's medical training. Fingal then decided that he was going to go into the Royal Navy to manage to have enough funds to put himself through college. He did, and then enrolled in the Dublin School of Medicine at Trinity Hospital as a slightly older student. This is the story of his training in the 30s. He worked with patients from the Dublin slums, and especially one has to remember that this was a time of world depression in the 30s. And these people suffered from all sorts of diseases complicated by poverty, because at this time there was no real social net. And you also have to remember that penicillin didn't come into even small usage until the 1940s. So these people were either very seriously ill or perhaps dying from things that are very treatable today. You don't have to have a strong stomach to read this. The author does give you a lot of interesting medical information, but not to the point of being too detailed. It was a world when a doctor had to learn to look and listen to his patients. They didn't have a lot of fancy medical diagnostic tools other than rudimentary x-rays, so they had to really understand what was going on in the patient's body. But the medical students also managed to have fun. He had three good friends, and they had, in many ways, typical college fun life, detailed the beginning of a romance. Very enjoyable book from quite a popular series.